keen interest. Set up a committee that will, follow up this case and then report back to the House. Thank you very much.
Please, can I, Honorable Faleke, approach the chair rules and business leaders. Please, can you, majority and the minority, can you come with the DS? Let's discuss briefly before we rule. Honorable colleague, your point of order is noted, and honorable colleagues have contacted our leadership, and we have come to the conclusion that the issue raised by honorable colleague is something worthy of being further investigated. So I will call on the chairman judiciary to look into this issue and advise us accordingly. So we'll step down this particular motion until further legislative actions are taken. Thank you very much. Honorable colleagues, The sixth order of the day is a motion on a call to end incessant dehumanization and harassment of road travelers by security agents in Southeast, standing in the name of Honorable Attorney Matthew Nwogu. Honorable Nwogu is hereby invited to move the motion. Honorable Nwogu.
My name remains Attorney Matthew Nwogu. I represent the good people of Abombise, Ngopala Federal Constituency. I am from Imo State. Mr. Speaker, I rise this afternoon to raise a motion on a call to end the instant dehumanization, harassment of road travelers by security agents in Southeast. The House knows the reports and growing instances of dehumanization, harassment, and extortion of citizens in the Southeast geopolitical zone by security agents estimated to be in billions of naira. The House is disturbed by the instant and continued dehumanization and harassment of road travelers in the Southeast geopolitical zone of Nigeria by security agents, especially by some police officers and army personnel who have perfected the acts of extorting money forcefully from road travelers embarking on daily journey to earn their living. The House is worried that the weapons given to the security agents to protect lives and property are now being used by some unscrupulous security agents to harass and dehumanize the law-abiding travelers within the Southeast zone. The House is alarmed at the brazen manner in which travelers within the zone are forcibly moved out from their traveling cars and vehicles by security agents and are ordered to walk some kilometers with their hands raised above their heads, thus dehumanizing and portraying them as common criminals or prisoners, creating a feeling of discontentment, social unrest, and creating the feeling of a conquered territory. The House is aware that a vast majority of the security personnel diligently, professionally perform their duties. There have been regrettable cases of misconduct, abuse of power, and extortion perpetrated by a few individuals within these agencies, especially at Friday House on July 8, 2023, some unscrupulous police officers were led and detained some travelers engaged in legitimate business along Owerri-Onitsha Express Road and forcefully collected a sum of 500,000 naira from the travelers. The House is concerned at the inability of some security personnel entrusted with the protection of lives and property to conduct themselves professionally in carrying out checks on road travelers, except to subject and subjugate them to inhuman treatment, thus causing disenchantment between the citizenry and the security agents. This has further worsened the needed collaborative effort needed to checkmate crime and criminality within the Southeast geopolitical zone. The House is worried that regularly travelers with Southeast are forced to open their phones and laptops, and in some cases are forced to part with their hard-earned money and their belongings. And the House recognizes the urgent need to address these acts of dehumanization, harassment, and extortion of road travelers within the Southeast geopolitical zone. and to restore public confidence of citizens in the security agents. The House therefore resolves urge the Inspector General of Police to identify, discipline, and call to order the police officers perpetrating these inhumane and degrading treatments on road travelers along the southeast geopolitical zone to desist from such unprofessional conduct and to carry out their duties professionally. The House also resolved to urge the Chief of Army Staff to call on the military personnel manning roadblocks within the southeast geopolitical zone to carry out their duties professionally and stop the instant harassment of law-abiding citizenry in the southeast. And finally, the House resolved to set up an ad hoc committee to invest the forceful collection of 500,000 naira by some police officers on this July 8, 2023 from travelers along Owerri-Onitsha Road using money point POS belonging to one divine. Mr. Speaker, I move.
Any seconder? Honorable Ari. Can you press it, please? Please go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, respected colleagues. Ari Mohammed Abdul Mumin, my name. I rise to second the motion ably moved by a colleague. I so second, Mr. Speaker, sir. Thank you.
Amendments? Honorable, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Bamidele Salam. I represent the fantastic people of Ede North, Ede South, Egbedore, and Ejigbo Federal Constituency of Osun State. Mr. Speaker, I want to move for an amendment to prayer 3 of this very, very important motion. Mr. Speaker, riding on the intent of your speech today, on the need for us to empower our standing committees to be more active, I want to move, Mr. Speaker, that the third prayer of this motion be amended to read that the House resolves to refer the matter to the Committee on Police Affairs and the Committee on Human Rights. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Marat Orabu. Even without you moving, we already resolved that all motions that propose other committees will, for now, be denied. It will be the standing committees. So it is noted, it's already taken care of. We don't need to put it to vote. Okay? I will use my discretion to recommend that the other committee should be changed to standing committee of the House. Thank you. Those in support of this motion should say aye. Aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. So this motion is referred to the following committees: National Security and Intelligence, Committee on Army, Committee on Police Affairs, Committee on Human Rights, with the National Security being the lead committee. Thank you. The seventh order of the day is a motion on the need to complete the shore protection project at Ibeno local government area and other NDDC projects abandoned in Iket, Ona, Esit, Iket, Ibiono Federal Constituency, standing in the name of Honorable Opolopon Ete. Honorable Ete is hereby invited to move the motion. Honorable Ete, please go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My dear colleagues, my name is Honorable Opolopon Mete. I represent the good people of Eket, Una, Esireket, and even of Federal Constituency. I come from Akwa Ibom State. Mr. Speaker, dear colleagues, I want to move a motion on the need to complete the shore protection project at Ibano local government area and other Niger Delta Development Commission projects abandoned in Eket, Una, Esireket, and even of Federal Constituency.
Honorable Ete, because of time limitation and the straightforwardness of your motion, I will advise that you read the main title and then go to the prayer.
Thank you,
Okay.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Respectfully, I would like to move to the prayers. The House resolved to, one, urge Niger Delta Development Commission to assess the level of work executed by Smith Engineering Company Limited from 2006 to date, and to carry out the same assessment in all abandoned projects across the Federal Constituency. Two, also urge the Niger Delta Development Commission to either compel the company which was given the contract to immediately return to the site or take necessary action to recover the mobilization paid to the contractor and the contract re-awarded to another competent contractor. Three, mandate the Committee on the Niger Delta Development Commission to demand a comprehensive list of abandoned projects across the Federal Constituency and ensure thorough investigation as to why most of the projects across the Federal Constituency are abandoned. And finally, also mandate the Committee on Niger Delta Development Commission to ensure the project is completed and report back within 4 weeks for further legislative action. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder? Honorable Ruru, the only Turaki in the National Assembly.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The only year that we have in the nation, I remain Right Honorable Kabir Al-Assad Room. I represent Honorable Kura Kebbi Federal Constituency. I rise to second the motion ably moved by Honorable Ete. I so second, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable colleague, this is an infrastructure-related motion, so we'll just put the question. Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to which committees? Is referred to the Committee on Niger Delta. Thank you. The eighth order of the day is a motion on the need to rehabilitate the Benin-Wari Expressway, standing in the name of Honorable Francis Waeve. Honorable Waeve is hereby invited to move this motion.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Honorable Francis A. Girogene Waeve is my name, and I represent the entire people of Ugele North, Ugele South, and Udu. I am from Delta State.
Honorable Waeve, you know the new rules we set until the adjournment. We read the title and go to the prayers.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Okay, thank you.
The title is the need to rehabilitate the Wari-Bini Expressway. And my prayers are, 1, to urge the Federal Roads Maintenance Agency to expeditiously carry out maintenance on the failed portions of the road. 2, mandate the Committee on Works and Public Accounts to conduct a thorough investigation into the activities of FEMA on the utilization of the COVID-19 allocation for the rehabilitation of that road. And also to mandate the Committee on Niger Delta Development Commission to conduct a thorough investigation into their own budgetary allocation for the rehabilitation of this road. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable colleague. Any seconder? Honorable Ajilo? Use your mic. Use your mic.
Come on, it's working.
Thank you, my dear Speaker, Ian Zazo. My name is Honorable Umar Ajilo. I'm a member representing a very good people of Makarfi Kodam Federal Constituency. I am from Kaduna State. I here to second the motions ably moved by my dear colleagues. I so second, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, sir.
Again, this is an infrastructure-related motion, so we put the question. Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. So this motion is referred to Committees on Works, Public Accounts, and Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC. The ninth order of the day is a motion on the need for completion of the Kebo Ipo Olodumare Power Project in Ile Oluji, Okebo local government area of Ondo State, standing in the name of Honorable Festus Ayodele Adeferanye. Honorable Festus is hereby invited to move this motion. Honorable Festus, is he around?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable Festus Ayodele Adefinraye. I represent the good people of Ileluji, Okegbo, and Origbo Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I rise to move a motion on the need for the completion of the Okegbo Lodumare Power Project in Ileluji Okegbo local government area of Ondo State. Mr. Speaker, note that the federal government embarked on a power project at Okegbo, Ajejigi, Kajola, Bolonduro, Awapeju, Orisunbare Camp, Okealafia, Igbo Lodumare in Okegbo, in Ileluji Okegbo local government area of Ondo State, to light up the community against the backdrop of the persistent poor power supply in the area. Also know that the project was awarded to Electric Nigeria Limited in 2005 through the then Ministry of Power and Steel to connect the above-mentioned community in the national grid. Mr. Speaker, further note that the project was advanced with the installation of various equipment, including 6 500 kVA transformer installed at different locations.
Honorable, we have already set the new rule. Once you read the long title, go to your go to the prayers, please.
Okay, Mr. Speaker, our prayers are the House resolved to hold the Federal Ministry of Power to ensure the complete the project and include Okegbo, Ajejigi, Kajola, Bolonduro, Awapeju, Orisunbare Camp, Okealafia, Igbo Road Mare Power Project.